smoke is pouring out of the hood of your car. You're desperately trying to pull over to the side of the road. Now the smoke is burning your eyes. All of this could have been avoided by simple car maintenance. Simple car maintenance is necessary to keep your car running smoothly, and you do not need to be a certified mechanic in order to do your simple car maintenance. The first component that you're going to want to check on a regular basis is going to be your fluids. This is relatively easy, it's fast, it doesn't take any tools, it doesn't take long, and if they're low, fill them up. Simple as that. The brake fluid is one of the major components that you're going to want to check. The brake fluid is typically located in the upper right-hand portion of the engine bay. It's going to be in a clear or a white colored container, and it's going to have a full and it's going to have a fill. And obviously your brake fluid, if it's low, you're going to want to fill it up. You're not going to have any brakes. Now, if you need to fill up your brake fluid, you can go down to the local parts store, local AutoZone, Advanced Auto, and you can ask them, and they will tell you exactly which brake fluid you need to put in your car. Or you can check your service manual. Another fluid that you're going to want to check is going to be your engine oil. Your engine oil is typically, the fill cap is going to typically be on the valve cover. And the fill port, or the port where you're going to check it, is going to be in the front of the engine. Now it's going to be a dipstick, and what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to make sure that the engine is warm and on a flat, level surface. And you're going to take your dipstick, you're going to pull it out, you're going to wipe it off with your rag, you're going to put it back in, give it a couple of seconds, pull it back out, and check it. Now on this, the low and the high, if it's anywhere in between there, that's about a quart. Now, if it's in the middle, you're going to put about a half a quart of oil back into the engine. If it's all the way at the bottom, you're going to need to put a quart in there. And if it's full, it's good. You don't have to touch it. Now, another oil that you're going to want to check is going to be your transmission fluid. Now, depending on the car that you have, it may or may not have a dipstick. You're going to want to refer to your service manual to check. If it does, it's going to be on the transmission. And it's going to be the same thing. It's going to have a dipstick, and you're going to want to take it, you're going to pull it out, you're going to wipe it off, you're going to put it back in. But this time, instead of the engine not running, you're going to want your engine running. And you're going to want it to be hot and on a flat level surface. And it's the exact same as checking your oil, just checking your transmission fluid. Another key component that you're going to want to do for the general maintenance of your car is going to be changing your oil or changing your fluids. Now, changing your oil is one of the only services that people actually think you have to do. Now, it is extremely important, but it's not the only one. You're going to want to make sure that you change out your transmission fluid when it comes due. You're going to want to change out your brake fluid, and all of that can be found in your service manual, or you can find it online. Another key component that you're going to want to check is your tires. Now, your tires are going to be the rubber things that are attached to the shiny rim, and these are extremely important. These keep you on the road, and if you don't have tires, then you're not going to go anywhere. Now, you're going to want to check a couple of things on this. You're going to want to check your tread depth, which is going to be the grooves that are on the tire. Now, there's a simple way that you can do this. You can take a penny and you stick the penny in the tread depth, and if you can see the bottom of Lincoln's head, then your tires are bad and you're going to want to get them changed. But if you can't see the bottom of Lincoln's head, you're good. Another thing you're going to want to check is your tire pressure. And your tire pressure is just as important as having tread depth and having oil in your car. And if you want to check, your actual tire PSI that you're going to need is going to be on the sidewall of the tire. It's going to be roughly, you're going to want it to have somewhere below about 4 or 5 psi under the max load that you're going to find on the tire, and you should be good. Now, according to the Rubber Manufacturer Association, there's only 63% of people that believe that checking your tire pressure saves your fuel economy, and I'm one of those people. I believe that if you have proper tire pressure, it's going to help with your fuel economy, which is extremely important. Another key component that you're going to want to do with your simple car maintenance is just a tune-up. A tune-up can consist of plugs, wires, coil packs. It can be a fuel filter, and changing your oil is all associated with a tune-up. Now, if you don't do tune-ups, then you're going to start running into engine issues. You're going to be running rough, you're going to run rich, you're going to run, you're going to be idling, the car might stall on you, and this can all be part of not having a tune-up. Now, this is a very simple task that you can do, and just like with the oil, you can go online and you can find forums on your specific car. It's going to tell you about how long it'll take you, it's going to tell you tools that you're going to need, it's going to tell you, it might even have pictures of where every piece and bolt is that you're going to need to mess with. And that's extremely nice to have. The tune-up is a very valuable thing to do because you can spend a couple $100 and you can have your car running smooth, or you can skip it and you may run in down the road to having a couple $1,000s because you need to replace your engine. It's clear that car maintenance is crucial in preventing crucial component failure and during the life of your car or your engine. I challenge you to make car maintenance a priority, and I guarantee that the reward will be plentiful. Thank you.